Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8 and Third Reich events installed. I've got a new microphone, so if it's too loud, too quiet, too something, please let me know. I can work on adjusting it. No, I'm not a great audio person. I'm still learning that part of this. I'm learning a lot of this still, so. Alright, we'll get going with this episode here. Oh, that's too fast. There we go. Now what we want to do is send the cavalry division back to East Prussia, rebase back over there. Ireland. No money for fuel. Decline. Okay. Let's see here. Giant infrastructure projects have advanced. Well. New project, that's right. That's what I was sort of hoping for. Oh, well. We may research something else soon. So more ICs, a little less research efficiency. Make sure I hit the right one because I don't want to go to war. So. Decline. France, oil, no. Romania. Accept. Decline. Japan. Money for fuel, no. Still spying on Japan, aren't I? No, I don't want to be doing this. Okay. Or that. I don't know how that happened. We want to do some tech espionage. That's for sure. Oh, I don't know. Must have hit something when I was playing around with it. Off camera, maybe on, I don't know. Greece, money for fuel, no. Saudi Arabia, money for fuel, teeny bit, okay. We'll do that. No, that didn't last long. Oh well. Motorized HQs. Yes, we want this. I hope to grow the army big enough, most assuredly, to need many of these formations, these command formations. Rare materials, Cuba, no. I want to build up my money. Okay. Now we're in December. Use that. Alright, another SS Totenkopf. Okay. Panzertruppenschule Munster. Armored Troop School number 1 was the first two major schools set up by the German Panzerwaffe in World War II to train German armored officers to operate panzers. It was based in Munster, Lower Saxony, Germany. Okay. Money, metal, supplies for a bunch of officers. There's a little bit of men. Yes, that's good. Very nice event image. I like that. Bulgaria. Yes, okay. Really sort of disappointed Japan hasn't entered the Axis yet. No, disappointed is the wrong term, but would have been nice. Partly just so we could see what's going on. I mean, China, nationalist China is, done for really by now. Is there another city that they could theoretically move their capital to? And all the rest is obviously cut off from supplies and supplying the capital. And okay. Now we're in the negative territory. No. Let's see if we can sell some supplies to the Soviets. There we go. Japan has totally secured its southern end. All we have are the colonies remaining. Motor and Sport. Basically what the name said. It's sort of motor engines and sporting for motorsport type stuff, not pole vaulting and long distance running. Okay, off to the races. I was hoping to get... Is this going to be a problem here? Well, I guess there's no more that we need to do here. Okay, so we've already had it. I was wondering if we still had a thing, because we got national highways already, mining, railroad tycoon, and agricultural industries. So there's no more. We got, I guess this is early in the year, this one. Because next year we're going to go to short-term economic boost. That means I need to build a few more mines. Because what I think is going to happen here, and I may be wrong, but what I think is going to happen here is when we go over to like heavy industry, it'll boost the effective ICs, which will mean we'll need more of some of these resources. And when we go over to war economy, which we could now, but I don't want to do this horrendous consumer goods thing in peacetime, that'll be even more. So it'll be a total of 30% more ICs, which it's one thing to keep importing some stuff, but and is this another good energy mining? Yeah. Okay, they are fairly cheap and fairly quick, the coal mining, to get built, but still I'd prefer not to have to build them. Okay, got a lot of units we want to put on the map. No, not Forrester. He's an admiral. No, a flyer. There we go. Already too many units. Women? Probably gonna work. No, not Richtofen. He's very good, and I want to put him in a good spot, but it isn't going to be bombing ships as his primary duties. Wouldn't mind if he earned the capability when I send bombers out over this regular bombers out, but there we go. No, we don't have the escorts ready yet. Yeah, I know you want to command. You're just itching to get into the action when it starts. I must have passed. Nope, there it is. Thought I had passed it. Now, what I was thinking for this, there we go. I'll fix that with 40. Get a new batch of generals. I've decided to wait to beginning of 1940 when I get a new batch of generals and reorganize everything, and I'm going to do a special episode of you getting to watch me organize things up. Well, I'm going to try some of these light troops because of the I know they don't have, and there's lots of river crossings there, which might be a problem, but what I'm sort of looking at is particularly those swamps. Having some light forces to go in there and battle that out. And earn some experience doing it. If you notice, I'm going down to the level 2s looking for commandos. Those guys would be, oh boy, I have pictures missing. So I want my light troops to have a little better operating capabilities in rough terrain, where supply may begin in areas where supply may run out at times. Oh well. Maybe I should have waited till 40. 1940 that is, okay. And yeah, we'll put this other one here too. Part of the reason I haven't, or I'm not, is give these guys time to upgrade their equipment to whatever the latest standard is. And that just takes time. Okay. Japan has annexed the Republic of China, as well as conquering it, of course, beforehand. No. see if we can... Japan has... no, not very many rare materials. What about Iran? Ooh, maybe Spain? No. Turkey? Okay, well, we can. We're going to have to stop some of that fairly soon. No, no fuel. I'm not sure whether that's DIII or D11188. Name of the movie. It's, if you want to watch it, there's a link to it on the channel down below with movies associated with Third Reich events. This is obviously one of many movies made that talked about the war, promoted the war. It's interesting. It's it was released basically at the beginning of the war. We're starting a little late. The aircraft technology is interesting to look at because inside the aircraft is clearly out of date. So I don't know how much the movie makers knew about it. I'm sure to some degree they did, but they didn't want to show off, the latest technology that was, somewhat classified or however, so that, it's like mid or early 1930s planes as opposed to late 1930s planes inside and things like that. So, but patriotic movies get people to want to join up, and particularly this one as being pilots. Okay, Jagdfliegerschule 5. Okay, we can build it. Cost us some money. Metal supplies, gain some officers one time. Yes, we'll go for that. And okay, we have a bunch of other stuff come available. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I've already put a few into the queue. Here's a few more. This is without the headquarters because we're going to use a bunch of the ones from Black Ice. Here. We had one submarine, and we're going to have another one come very quickly, so let's put 2 more into the queue here. Getting the Stuttgart fairly soon. Oh, let's make another single heavy bomber squadron. Another medium. Another light. I'm going to try to use more air power in the campaigns this year, this session here. Now, these I'm building here primarily to stick with headquarters as I build them. These commando units are, or elite infantry, are designed for fortress busting divisions, and I yet to put any of those together, so Not putting them on the map just yet because I want them, you know, because I don't know where I'm going to use them yet. Actually, you know, I want to push them to Corps Commander. The reason I want to do that is because that reduces supply and good offense and good defense, so he's a well-rounded Corps leader. All right. And the submarine, we will start another. No, not 10 minutes. I just put them out there and lose them is just, I don't know, too much for me to risk. Partially just from the, if you will, role-playing game element of immersion. You know, his son was Admiral Donut's son was assigned to a submarine and it was sunken during the war. Must have been painful. Especially knowing that you commanded the overall submarine program. Not just that you lost a son, I'm sure that was painful for everybody. But it would have been different, I think. I don't know. Obviously, haven't been in that place, but I would think it would be different to say, have your son in the Air Force shot down. But you're not responsible for commanding it, but you're commanding the U-boat tactics squadron, sending the men out, and then have your son under your command get sent out. I'm still sort of interested in what's going on. I hope you guys are with China, just because it's partly interesting, but partly just the only action. So these guys here were either occupying at the time of the fall or marched up there. Probably occupying at the time of the fall. Actually, at the moment, it to some degree is best if China doesn't really win entirely. Because being at war allows them to have some better what do you want to call these, laws, I guess. But though taking out nationalist China and communist China and kind of thing is very good, because they'll be able to shift some of their forces early. I really wish they'd get a good move on once the war starts with, you know, in general, and get into here and push hard. And push hard into India. Okay, we're just a teeny bit down. Here we go. Yep, that's what happens once you get lots of IC. You start building lots of units. A little bit concerned with the manpower there, but This is a proper Panzergrenadier division. And we needed to build a... That's right. Here's one of the HQs. But I want a Panzer. Yeah. So the infantry division. Hopefully they all will. Well, infantry division motorized, that's alright. Portugal sell me? No. Spain? No. Okay, we're expanding so much. Float planes. Good. Those are very useful. Allow you to see over the horizon. And even with radar, which is... Well, float planes obviously were used for reconnaissance. You know, look for the enemy, that kind of stuff. And they could have greater range than, I think, most practical radar of the period. But also, and so, you know, so obviously they would do reconnaissance for, you know, capital ship flotillas. They would also go up there and spot the rounds. You know, your long, your short, your whatever, for long-range gunnery. Now that wasn't as big a deal once you got radar going. Alright. Once you got radar going with, because you get better information on the actual range to the enemy target. Radar at this time wasn't going to tell you where your rounds were landing, though. It wasn't that good. I don't even know to spot the rounds at all. Okay. Another event contributed by George 1941, Lufthansa and Aeroflot agree to receive regular air traffic between Berlin and Moscow from 21 January 1940. So happened slightly earlier, but this is because this is part of the German economic or commercial agreements, whatever you want to call them. Now I really have to, and this is regular air traffic, and my impression was that, not a lot of tourism. There was a certain amount of leftist press people going into the Soviet Union at this time, and writers and some of these other people. Some may have been deceived. Most, I think, were complicit in lying to the general world about conditions in the Soviet Union. They were atrociously bad. They tried to put, happy face in Moscow and make, this is Moscow, here's Moscow, make Moscow seem good. But the country was really bad off. And yeah, Russia was a backward country in, 1914 compared to Central Europe, but I think they've made it a lot worse off. And they otherwise, other than very few proved people, and if you want to see a good movie from this period, maybe 2 years earlier, which I would probably put as an interesting movie in America, event mod when I get to that, is Ninochka. It's a movie about, starring Greta Garbo, about a sort of Russian female ambassador of some sort traveling to Paris, and it's a sort of romantic comedy of the period, but they deal with how bad things were in Russia and some of these issues, and in a funny way, but in a quite things are sort of really bad in Soviet Russia, and it's the government's fault kind of thing. But the Russians sort of in it are set up mostly as patriotic Russians, not patriotic. Well, they talk often in terms of Soviet Union, but they're patriotic for their country, but they sort of know that it's being really badly mismanaged. So I really wonder who is being, how many National Socialists are regularly I'm sure there's a few business people for the commercial agreements to go and talk about, we want deliveries of this amount of coal or this amount of iron or bauxite or whatever, you name it, whatever that, and we'll ship you these kinds of widgets here, machine tools or whatever in return. I'm sure there was some of that, but for regular flights that just seems a bit much. Well, it wasn't until, the late 70s that they started to open up the Soviet Union for general tourists. So, there's obviously we can hurt our relations or we can improve our relations and get some money, so we're going to do that. Bunch of new, air units, more air transport. Okay. Beginning those, just looking at what's coming. Also, a production queue for the fighters. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's gonna be some more 400 squadron. Graph. Well, we're getting closer to the war. Just want to see ground conditions. I think we're gonna, I guess we're not getting. Not bad at the moment. So, okay. But we're definitely waiting until spring. Twin engine airframe research advance. Why is it that we're not? I don't pay attention when people cancel anymore. That's had to be what's happening. Okay, fuel, no. Buy from the Soviet Union. We can use... No, it's solo. Something must have changed. Whatever. Radar training has advanced. That's good. That's here. So we're slowly building up our... Okay, we're going to... Yeah, start this. This will be a little early. Get that for half a day or whatever. Okay. Now, we are going to save this here just in case we make it the wrong button or something. I know we have the autosave too, but just won't be... Okay, electronic computing machine has advanced. Something the Germans didn't do. US did, as we've talked about earlier, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Let's see. Here we are. Yes, we can. Now, research efficiency of 1%. I'm just deciding. No, we're going to go with this extra spies. Annual national focus. Okay. I like a lot of them. Obviously, we've been doing this, which really helps with industry. Right now, we're at 709 ICs, but I also think these will help as well, because I like tanks. Just generally, panzers are cool. And we may have an issue with manpower if I build too big of an infantry army, as opposed to building a more expensive but fewer, more powerful armored mechanized units. So we're going to go with this, I think is what we're going to do. Examine our tank factories. So we'll get lots of tank factories everywhere, basically, it seems like. Stuttgart, Nuremberg, Berlin, Leipzig, Kolsberg, Nuremberg, okay. Or we can boost, no. Boost armor build speed, yeah, but see, we already had done this for a couple of years. That other one might be good, but I think this will be the best one. Economic boost. Now we got all of the major building projects, so we're going to go with this one, which will be a 10% IC boost instead of a minus 5%. So cost us a little more money, but oh well. I want the ICs. And Brandenburg Commando Unit 2. Yes. Okay, we've got high popularity, that's nice. United Kingdom launches the Prince of Wales battleship. Falseness, okay. Radar station in Icon. 3,000. Now I think they've really nerfed this one down. That's maybe, you know, what we should have been doing here. Building radar. Okay. ICs 5% until February. That's 45 ICs. Oh no. Yeah, I know we're going to take that hit. That's sort of a problem, but we're going to take the hit. Okay. Vomag. Major producer, primarily, well, a lot of them of the half-tracks, particularly. We can decide to build it. We'll get a tank factory and anti-aircraft gun in Paulson. Okay, we will do that. And because of this, now, like I was saying, we should have been building some of these. They've radically, since way back before, been nerfed down for range. They're no longer quite the... They go a few provinces, but they're no longer quite the look deep into the enemy's rear kind of stuff. Yes, I just basically forgot. I'm using my rather good boost here. I know there's also some events that will build more. And that's fine. This is going to eat into a bunch of stuff, but I want that there. And because that's still just at 102 and we're building up our army. And we're going to build up a few more diplomat. Go slightly into the green. Now in April we'll get those. Yeah, we'll build that. Cool, I'll leave that down there. Well, I think that'll end this episode. Thank you for viewing. Thanks for liking and commenting. Really do appreciate it. And hey, if you happen to have any friends who might like this kind of stuff, let them know about the series. I'd appreciate it. I know probably most people who play Hearts of Iron really don't have friends. I know sometimes they have family and people that they know, but none of them like this kind of stuff, you know. They're all into normal pursuits. But if you happen to know somebody, please let them know. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.